I first came to know NPH in 2012 when my Montessori school organized a trip to NPH Honduras. I fell in love with it while I was there. I was so moved by, more than anything, the sense of community. During that week, I decided that I wanted to be a volunteer with NPH, and I'm really happy to say that I was able to do that. I think NPH is really taking a holistic approach now. Obviously, the care of the child has always been holistic, but the view now is really shifting to how do you break the cycle of poverty? How do you address the root cause of what is resulting in these children needing to end up in the NPH homes? So the change I'm really seeing is that NPH is starting to address what is going on in these communities. The roads to get to these towns can be really precarious. Many of these homes do not have stable electricity, unstable access to water. In 2021, a German ophthalmologist decided to come to the ranch to do some eye exams. He asked me to track down a family that lived in Queso, which is nearby. The mother's name is Doña Griselda and her son is Jose. And the doctor invited them to come back to NPH Honduras to do a follow-up eye exam because on his last visit, he had found that Jose needed glasses. During the exam, I was talking to Doña Griselda. She told me that her husband had been killed pretty recently after their grocery store had been robbed, and that life had been really difficult for her and Jose. The men who killed her husband came back and broke the doors off their house and destroyed the inside of it. I shared this with the doctor, and he very generously offered to buy her new doors. I went with the engineer from NPH Honduras to go take measurements. When we got there, we found that this house was in unlivable conditions. It was made of scrap metal and cardboard boxes. There was no light. There was no running water in the house. We determined that they needed a new house immediately, and so we got to work on that. At the same time, we were also realizing that there was more we could do beyond just giving a new house. Jose needed to be in school. Jose needed to be in an environment where he could thrive. He was enrolled at NPH Honduras' on-site school. When he's older, he will go to the trade shops where the doors for his house were made. When the house was complete, Doña Griselda invited me to come have coffee. I was greeted with a gigantic hug and a smile. It was like seeing a new person. Before, she had been referring to their house as a casa, or a house, which is the direct translation. And when I went back, once the house was complete and she'd moved in, she called it an hogar, which means a home. Doña Griselda and Jose's story is not unique. What is pretty unique is the level of support that NPH was able to offer to this family. NPH is taking on more. It is not a small challenge of getting out in the communities and doing more to figure out what are the needs of all of these people and how can we break the cycle of poverty? How can we ensure that people have what they need to be happy, healthy, productive individuals? We need your support. There is no amount too small, so whatever it is, it will be put to good use. It will make a difference in lives. It's amazing what we can all do together for the NPH family, for the kids there, for the communities, and I'm just so proud to be a part of it.